Rob has been part of our World News Now family for about a month, and viewers want to know, what is harder, the overnights or living in New York City?
Ooh, tough question, let me tell you. Well, coming here from New Orleans has been a great ride. It really has. But learning the city ain't easy. Here's a behind-the-scenes look now at my transition from the Big Easy to the Big Apple. In my new home of New York City, they say that everything is here. The question always seems to be, though, how do you get there? I don't even know where I am right now. Tourists and newbies like me are pretty conspicuous in the Big Apple, especially when it comes to navigating this sprawling maze of subways, buses, cabs, ferries, and railroads.
You're just gonna get lost and deal with it. That's all.
We started the day with a more scenic option, a pedicab ride through Central Park. The amazing diversity of New York did slow things down just a bit.
Oh, sorry, my English is bad.
But on our 8th try, we did find a driver comfortable enough to do an interview.
I think it's really popular and it's really attractive because we got many tourists coming just for the pedicab.
The pedicabs sometimes leave the peacefulness of the park to fight their way through the bustling logjam on city streets.
But at a certain time, when there's too much traffic, it's always better to get the pedicab right on the rush hours instead of, staying stuck in a car and you can't even move.
Well, if you don't want to shell out all that cash for a pedicab, then what you're looking at now really is the best way to experience New York, and that's on foot. This is definitely a walking city. In fact, on a beautiful day like today, these streets are literally packed with people. I've probably walked more in the past month than I did in all my 10 years in New Orleans. A 10-minute ride and $40 later, we hopped off, took some time for a short break, and then plunged into the city's legendary subway system. A stranger in a strange land, for sure.
Really pay attention to the signs and just ask a lot of questions.
And so who's the best person to ask if I feel like an idiot down here?
Someone reading a newspaper or talking on a phone, because you can tell they're from New York.
Sorry.
No way?
No.
I guess there are always a few exceptions. We eventually made our way to Penn Station, another hectic scene where the learning curve is also pretty steep. Can I have a copy of one of the maps? It's pretty hard to hide your confusion in a place like this, but people who have mastered the system already did offer a little comfort.
If somebody has a question and they look lost, they'll always find a person that can help them.
And all that may be well and good, but for this kid from suburban New Jersey, I've decided my favorite subway line is the C-A-B.
Cab is good.
New York is a sea of yellow cabs, thousands of them zooming and weaving their way through notoriously heavy traffic.
You drive a little crazy? Sometime.
The fares can add up pretty quickly, but a funny driver, it makes the tab worth it.
I won't get that upset if you hit somebody. Hit somebody. I never hit anyone, but
Folks often say the journey can be as interesting as the destination, and here that is definitely true. And no matter where you're going in New York or even how you get there, in the Big Apple, you'll never travel alone.
Oh, that was very cute.
Oh,
I hear you
man.
also, you are a busser as well.
Every now and then I will use a city bus, because you never know, some interesting things can happen at a bus stop in New York City. Take a look at this as well. Miss Star, I've been a fan of yours for years. You've done so well here at the network. You're such an inspiration to all of us up-and-coming TV folks. I'm just kind of wondering what your advice is here to make it in the big city, make it in the network. You're so great.
Are you new in town?
Yeah, I got here about a month ago. I think I see a resemblance.
There.
It's so nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Welcome to the town. I hope you don't get arrested talking to signs. We're so glad to have you here.
Thank you so much.
You are truly wonderful and
Can't blame me for trying.
Wow.
Yeah, completely unstaged. No, she was very cool. Diane was very cool to do that. So that was fun. Literally, first time meeting her was like shooting that. So that was kind of fun, yeah. But getting around this town is kind of nuts. I don't know how.
Are you getting better now, you feel?
Yeah, because I've perfected this craft. Hey, taxi, I've gotten that part right. But anything else, the subway, all that, I can't. I'm struggling. It's going to be a long process.
One of the most surprising things to me is when you start to realize that in New York there's like an hour, the off-duty hour, where you can't get a cab.
Oh, yeah.
Have you?
In the rain, and as they say, in the rain it's hard. Then when it snows up here, it's hard to get one. So it should be a fun fun winter. But this is going on all week too, so they're going to talk about food and talk about sports. A lot of cool stuff coming up between now and Friday.
Very cool. We're excited to see Big Easy to the Big Apple.
That's right.
We'll be right back with your morning papers.